Australians love their sport, and deaf people are no exception. But one athlete in particular rose through the ranks to become very famous. To find out who it is, we joined Tony Clues as he grabbed the chance to find out all about their achievements.
Hi, I'm Tony, and I'm here today at Sydney Olympic Park, which famously hosted the Olympics in 2000 and also saw many deaf people come together for the Australian Deaf Games in 2003. It's a pretty awesome place. Behind me, you can see the New South Wales Hall of Champions. Let's go check it out. And here we have Cindy Lou Fitzpatrick. She's a famous deaf swimmer, and I'm sure many of you know her. Throughout her career, Cindy Lou competed in 2 Commonwealth Games and 6 Deaflympics. That's mighty impressive. Can you tell us how you felt when your photograph was hung in the Hall of Fame?
Spine-tingling, bubbling, emotional, exciting and proud. The acknowledgement was thrilling.
And there she is, Cindy Lou. Very popular Australian swimmer.
Cindy, with your deafness, how do you know when the starter's gun goes off?
I feel vibration from the gun, and sometimes I can't hear. I feel like the other girl will go off.
In some ways, I had an advantage over my fellow swimmers who weren't deaf because I was allowed up to 3 false starts, and many times they would take advantage of it. I'd know when to go by looking at the swimmer on my right and watching her calf muscles. As her muscles tightened, I'd know she was about to dive, so that would be my cue to dive in too. But sometimes they would mess me around by deliberately tensing their muscles. That happened many times. I had to really concentrate. Once I got it right, off I'd go.
And that's the first false start tonight. And off to a good start this time, Cindy Lou Fitzpatrick now in Queensland in 4. They'll be under this qualifying time for certain. And a couple of strokes left, and it's Cindy Lou, is it? Yes, Cindy Lou has done it. She's done it by about 0.54 of a second, bound for Edinburgh. An automatic qualification in the Australian team for the Edinburgh Games in July, and she must be very, very happy about that.
How many medals did you win during that time?
Altogether, I can't remember how many I won in total. Can you cut that bit out? I don't know how many medals I have. 28 medals. Altogether, from 1977 to 1997, I won 28 medals. 19 of them were gold, 4 were silver, and 5 were bronze.
Yeah, she's not only not very far away from being the best in Australia, she's got a gold medal hanging around her neck right now that proves that she is the best in Australia, at least for this part of the year.
In relation to my preference for competing in mainstream or deaf events, there are real differences between the two. In the hearing games, it was highly competitive, with people striving to achieve Australian record times. Deaf events, though, were more friendly. Communication was easy and everyone was more equal. There was a real bond. Communication was more difficult in the mainstream games, and there would often be misunderstandings. But that didn't happen in the deaf games because there weren't any communication barriers. We were all the same.
After training and swimming every day 20 years, constantly watching the black line at the bottom of the pool, trapped in your own thoughts, it must have been pretty lonely and also tough. How did it feel?
Yep, I got pretty used to looking at that black line, and it was frustrating and boring, and sometimes I'd get complacent while I swam, so I'd try and focus on goals that would motivate me, like, for example, the Deaflympics that were coming up. That would excite me, because I knew I'd be seeing old friends, and I'd want to beat my old records, so that would be a big motivator.
Cindy Lou's flying over there in lane 3, and this could be a major upset. Cindy Lou has hit the front. Cindy Lou Fitzpatrick in front. Over there in lane 2, it's Colette Gunn. Dimly Douglas is not making an impression. Claudia Dulo's dropped back, and I think it's going to be Cindy Lou's race. Now, can she break the qualifying time? She's going to be just outside, but Cindy Lou Fitzpatrick has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2.
I decided to retire in 1997 because I felt it was time to go. After 20 years of swimming, I'd done what I set out to achieve. I'd done all the things I wanted to do. Plus, my body was telling me that it was time to stop.
What would you say have been the highest and lowest points of your life?
The highest and lowest? Well, the highest would have to be the arrival of my children. I have two beautiful daughters, Tara and Lily. The lowest would have to be the 1982 Commonwealth Games. I was competing in the 4x100 medley relay. Our team won and we were overjoyed. That is, until they announced that we were disqualified. I hit rock bottom.
You were selected as patron for the 2005 Deaflympics in Melbourne, and you were also the person to light the Olympic flame at the opening ceremony.
Being patron was one of the most memorable times of my life. Lighting the Olympic flame, though, was so nerve-wracking, but a different kind of nerves to what I felt when I was competing. It was exciting and emotional nervousness, which was psychologically different from competing because I didn't prepare the same way. I was just so excited and nervous at the same time because I knew there were thousands of people watching me. My arm was shaking as I raised the torch to light the flame, but my emotions changed and I felt immensely proud and calm. Wow, Cindy Lou's determination is something to be admired. Well, now it's time for an ad break, after which our regular bulletin board will feature upcoming deaf events. Don't forget to have your diary ready.